All right, here we go. Welcome, Vintage Gamers, to a donation deck list. Mark decided this month he wanted to see prison shops get played, and there's some new interesting things happening in the prison shops world recently. Multiple high finishes from a couple players, and we're gonna take one of those lists that have been doing really well recently, and we're playing almost the 75. I think I made a few changes, but not too much. So what you're gonna notice is that this list is actually kind of a callback to older prison shops lists, and in that you're using a bunch of sorcerer's spyglasses, and you're trying to limit people that way. It is choosing very interestingly to not play Phyrexian Revoker, which I don't know if I really agree with, but there is a lot of creatures running around in the format, and there's also a lot of removal running around in the format, so maybe it makes some amount of sense. So I took the most recent top 8 lists from Musasabi, who took it from Y Prince, something like that. And I just made a few changes. I took a Ghost Quarter out and I added a Bajuka Bog. I like having access to the Bajuka Bog. And then I changed some unlicensed Hearst in the sideboard to cards that don't cost 30 tickets. So, yeah. The big new card in the deck is Karn's Sylex. I would assume that's how that's pronounced. ETB's tapped makes it so players can't pay life to cast spells or activate abilities that aren't a mana ability, so that stops fetches and a few other things. Things like Force of Will, notably alternate cast of Force of Will, and also has a Nivril's Disc type effect, where you pay X and tap it to exile the Karn Sylex and destroy non-land permanents with mana value X or less. Only as a sorcery. So maybe not as much like Disc, but it's, Disc/deed adjacent kind of effect here. But yeah, so this is an interesting card. I've definitely had it played against me very recently in the last mono red league, and it would have been quite good if it didn't get destroyed because it entered tapped. But besides that, it seems like a powerful effect worth trying out. The rest of this is pretty straightforward, so we'll just jump right into round 1. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. All right, round 1. We got the Italian PO Master across the table. This hand does not effectively stop PO in any really meaningful way unless they were all in on a Saga-style hand. This hand is... Man. This hand also doesn't have a Sphere. Sphere is what I'm really looking for. But it at least produces a bunch of mana, and off the back of Saga has some threats. I kind of think it's a hand that I'm willing to keep. Maybe something like Saga, Sol Ring, Spyglass. Seems fine. Yeah, I'm not super thrilled about this hand, but I also don't think I'm going to be mulliganing it. I agree with that assessment. But like I said, I don't know if this hand is really what we're going to need against a PO player. Especially one as powerful as David. Oh boy. Yep. So turn 1 Ancestral and Mox and Top maybe and Needle. What will they blind name against us? No way they name Urza Saga, right? Wasteland, fair. And an Opal. All right, that's very, very solid PO hand. Our hand just like doesn't do anything. Oh no, my Wasteland. Yeah, I don't really see us coming out of this game even with remote winning chances, because my opponent's going to untap and do something bad to us, and we'll get to find out what they're going to do bad to us too, which is fun. Likely a Tinker or a PO. Either of them are going to kill us. Not much we can do about it. Wasteland would have been like okay, but after Ancestraling, I'm not even sure that's a very viable. So Interestingly, I guess they're just going... I can just Needle Narset. I mean, they have the main deck Hercules, so, like, we're just super dead. Well, if you vamp in your upkeep for Lotus, you can't cast your Citadel, because you won't have enough mana. But it doesn't really matter what we do. My opponent has a extremely strong PO draw with the main deck Hercules Recall, so don't think it matters very much. I don't really think there's many shopped hands that are going to beat this one. Ancestral into Force. Oh, they have the black mana off of this. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I think we're more likely to win if they go for Lotus Citadel. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it's just an extremely high roll PO hand, and there's not much I was ever gonna be able to do about it. All right, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. That's why. All right, we don't even have really cards to bring in here, huh? Not really. You're kind of... I guess we can bring in a bunch of cages so we don't get tinkered as badly. Because we don't really need a lantern. So I am skeptical that cage is really the card you want against PO, but I don't think we need a tabernacle or a Bajuka Bog either. Like, I get that cage stops Tinker, right? But I never felt like that was a meaningful access to fight on. It's definitely better than a 9 license hearse in the situation for sure. I think I took out 1 hearse for a cage and 1 hearse for a crypt. But I mean, I don't really think Spyglass does anything against my opponent either. Like, it hits top, right? But that's about it. I don't really think so. I think this is fine. I can't remember historically if I felt that it was better to be... Or, I mean, both shops matchups are usually pretty reasonable from PO side as long as you respect it and have the Hercules. But, I don't remember if, like, prison shops or aggro shops was better against PO the last time I checked. I guess we can look at that. That is something that I could pull up. So the PO lists that... I mean, this just has nothing in it. These hands are just non-functional. Like, this one we're going to keep because it has turn 1 Mystic Forge. But, like, these hands really need to have sphere resistance, and there's none of them have had sphere resistance, so it's been quite challenging for us to get even remotely ahead. Yeah, it's just Smokestacks is just a really slow card, and Magic in 2022 is just not very slow. Force pitching force. I don't know. I've never played it. I know Andy's a powerful wizard and can make lots of decks that are not very powerful look powerful. So, yo, what's up? Like, I don't think I'm allowed to mulligan the 6 again, but it just doesn't feel like it's ever going to beat the hands that David is keeping over there for sure. Then this version of the deck is not playing any null rods, which I think were the best card in the matchup. So it's very interesting. Are they gonna hard cast a 3rd force? Okay. All right, well, the game continues on, and we do have a saga. Let's see if I can bait. I mean, I guess baiting doesn't matter. What am I baiting? They've already used all their forces. Okay. So needle. Okay. Well, saga down. I do still get to search every 3 turns. I guess we should probably just put this into play. Don't really think it makes sense to wait. I don't really think Blast Zone has ever been good for me. It never felt like it was good. Expose it to what? My opponent is playing blue Pio. Prismatic ending, I guess. But also, like, you let them draw a negation. I don't think you want to not play the time vault out. I mean, like, if we get Hercules, we get Hercules, right? I don't think that matters very much either. Hercules himself. I mean, we win this game if my opponent Hercules themselves and Needle's Key. Like, we're definitely going to win that game if we do that. I don't think I'll be super upset if that's the line. You just draw Tinker. Oh. Oh, I guess. Okay, this is a more fair argument. I think opponent POing themselves in Needling Key is probably more reasonable. Okay, that one is fair game to me. I still think it's not a bad spot to be in because we're gonna get 2 constructs, but yeah, maybe. Okay, that one feels more reasonable to me. All right, I should have held the time vault. I buy it. It's okay. I heard Urza Saga's good, so we're gonna win with Urza Saga. Are we getting Cage? Almost assuredly, we're getting Cage. We might get Needle on top, to be honest. Why? I hate this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get Needle on top. Well, I guess if they found a Hercules recall, we could lose. They had to use so many Force of Wills in the beginning. Did they draw Tinker? That'd be so bad for me. Oh no, they drew Hercules recall. Okay. Man. So powerful. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a chance we could have won this game if I had played my held my time vault, right? That seems like something that could have been a difference maker here. Yeah, I mean, my opponent had all of their resources, utilizing force. So The game kind of stalled out because my opponent didn't have any resources to follow up with. But now that they have an active top, I mean, I can't imagine we have a shot here. But again, like I think maybe the playing Time Vault out was just a huge misplay, right? It's definitely possible. Though I don't know if my opponent would have PO'd because they wouldn't, want to undo the Saga Needle. Yeah, I think maybe we would have won this game if I just held my Time Vault for a turn. That's definitely possible. Is this just a Lavinia? Is that a Mentor? All right, so they have a Mentor and a top, and they know we're going to Needle the top. I think we're still winning then. I'm pretty sure this is then winning, isn't it? They use the top to draw the Mentor, so it's not really something they can do. Well, we know that they're drawing top for turn. So they probably should have spun to not draw top. I'm not really sure. I just don't have a lot of lights in here. I get to make constructs. And then spyglass construct. I can get a key, which will give me lethal next turn, but I could also just get a cage. What if I got expedition map? Is there anything I can get that's actually good? I don't think so. Not really. I don't think they're going to be able to kill us anyways. I don't think any of these things are necessary. I just lose to Hercules if they have Hercules, so it doesn't really matter. But I can not lose to Tinker. I guess I theoretically could map for a Wasteland. I could map for a Ghost Quarter. Make them shuffle. I'm gonna... Well, I have a Lodestone Golem, so I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get... So if I Wasteland them, they won't be able to Yogwell. No, they have a Black Lotus, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna get the cage. That's my first instinct here. And then I guess I will play a Time Vault and a Crucible and a Saga and attack. If they want to double block Lodestone, I don't think that matters because I think, yeah. Ghost Quarter is a May. All right, time to find out what they spun on top underneath this top Mentor. They knew we had a key, so... Or sorry, they knew we had a needle for top, so I assume this is good, the card they have underneath. But I don't know for sure. If it's something that draws them multiple spells, they can just keep living until we go get a key. Like if it's a PO, they PO for 5, they pick these up. And then should I PO for 3 with 5 mana, replay, Soul Ring, top, Needle, make 4 monks, and then I have to wait till I get a key, which is probably bad for me. I just think Cage covered more things. I definitely think I made that, that time vault mistake. Might have been really bad. Yeah, that's happened already this game. But I don't think the needle resetting matters at this point. My opponent has a needle on time vault, so... Alright, they repealed a construct. And they're gonna put me to 2, so not tapping Tomb wins the doesn't win the game because they have 2 blockers now. Yeah, I'm aware that Key was going to give unblockable. I am aware about that. But if they tinker, they could win pretty easily. And if they Yogg willed, they could win pretty easily as well. I currently can't pay to untap this mana vault, so I guess I'm going to die. Well, I think I just am dead no matter what, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was a huge deal. I think my opponent having repeal, drawing 2 spells is the problem here. I guess 1 spell would have done it because they would have been able to block the construct. So, yeah, I guess this loses. Hmm. Because the mana vault is going to trigger before the saga goes off. Once again. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I had to get Manifold Key. I don't know. It's like really repeal is just the worst possible outcome. I don't think so. I don't think we lost 4 life off of Mana Vault. I think the only thing in this game that was like super bad was playing the Time Vaults. Everything else was fine. Like Key and Cage both beat different things. So I'm surprised well, I guess they had repeal and they knew they had to beat constructs. Yeah, I guess it's fine. My opponent didn't have to stack this way. I don't really like how they spun. They should have spun with top, draw. Spun, held priority, drew the mentor, stacked the repeal second, and then they can bounce the construct, or bounce the construct, or they can even bounce the needle, draw the top, spin with top, draw with top. Like I don't even think my opponent played this optimally. I think that one's on me though. All right, let's try again. Round 2. Yeah, I mean it has waist lock. I just took the list that keeps top 8ing Slasher. I didn't make any list. I don't know if this is actually correct, but yeah, this is just the Musasabi Prince list, yeah. What What am I playing? My opponent's hands have been quite strong. Yeah. I don't really want them to revoke her key here. So I don't think I'm gonna play it. I guess this makes them revoke her jet. Oh, all right. Well, now I'm gonna play it because I think I shouldn't have played either, and now I guess I'll play both. Yeah, I guess last game if I had gotten key, untap my vault. Wait, they cracked Lotus to do this? Interesting. Oh, I guess they want to play Academy. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Ruby, Lotus, Ancestral. I guess we have Wasteland for Academy though, so that's an upside. It is Vroman Slasher, so it might not be 5-color shops. It might just be some kind of interesting artifact deck. It's definitely within range. They're usually a bit of a brewer, so we'll see. All right. I assume this is gonna revoke her my jet, or it might revoke her my key if they feel scared. Like I said before, I think it was better for me to hold both of these in my hand than they played. Uh, huh. Okay. Interesting. This means they don't have Force of Will though. So how do they ever beat this Crucible? This play actually quite strong. If I should not have played this jet out. I didn't. Well, I guess they would have gotten countered by Void Mirror anyways. So it worked out fine. But I have my Academy Crucible, which means this card doesn't do anything. So it's like even if they wasteland my Academy, I just bring it back. So it does look like it might be some kind of 5-color shops deck that. Interesting. I haven't been Void Mirrored in a while. Not a card I particularly think is strong. Okay, another Revoker. Yeah, for sure. That's what I was saying. All right, so I have Wasteland Crucible Lock, and I Trinisphere, sure. All right, so I Wasteland their Academy. They no longer can play spells, and I just have to beat the Revokers on the ground. Yeah, we had a donation deck list to play some workshops. So far, deck we haven't really had very good hands, and I've played pretty poorly, which hasn't helped either. I don't even know what to name off of this. Like, I don't want to name Wasteland because that's my lock. But I don't know what else is in their deck, to be honest. So I guess I'll just hold it. Like, they might not even be able to play another spell for this whole game, right? If they just don't... Oh, I guess they have an island and a strip mine, so I guess they will be able to play more spells. But I think just taking them off Academy means they're playing one spell a turn, and then... I mean, we could just lose to 4 power if we don't draw any creatures or anything. That could happen. This deck doesn't have any Revokers, which I think was the most interesting choice. Normally, you see 4 Revokers in every workshop list. Or every non-combo oriented workshop list, I should say. All right. Okay. Another Crucible of Worlds. Well, it's not exactly great for me. Well, it's not exactly the case, Raphael, when I think the best workshop lists are probably combo shops. So, and specifically jewel shops. So I know they have a strip mine, so it feels really silly to wasteland their wasteland and have them wasteland my academy. And I don't really think I'm going to stop them from playing a 3-drop this turn. I guess theoretically I can stop them from playing a 4-drop. But yes, I can wasteland their strip mine. I'm saying they can play a strip mine to make 3 mana and play a spell through Trinisphere. I mean, if I just draw no Goloses, then I will just die. I have drawn no Golos and no Saga. Not that Saga would be good. Well, Saga right now would be good enough because I can hit this Wasteland with my Wasteland, but... things are bad. That is big enough. Now I'm going to Wasteland this. If they want to hit my mana producing land, that's fine. I will just bring it back. Not that I have anything to do with my 1,000,000 mana. Again, I don't know what to do with this needle. Just gonna name Walking Ballista. I don't know. That feels like a way I could die. Oh, that's true. We could play this Sapphire because Void Mirror. You're right. I could have played the Sapphire. Maybe next turn. It's the classic Trinisphere means I have to pay mana, and then I can pay blue mana to play my Sapphire and beat Void Mirror. I didn't really consider that, obviously. I mean, I think this is more about Void Mirror than Trinisphere Slasher. Don't really know if it's the Trinisphere's fault that the Void Mirror. Oh, you're just saying Trinisphere, like, they don't have any mana? Yeah, that is true. Though I am the one who named Strip Mine off of Sorcerer's Spyglass, which would have actually stopped my opponent. Immediately drawing Strip Mine after naming Strip Mine is a classic. Yeah, Trinisphere has done nothing but help me. This is true. All right, so this game needs a Golos or a Saga or a Karn the Great Creator. Yeah, that will also do it. That will definitely also win the game. So I can go Lattice this turn, and they can't even kill my Karn, so... That's fun. All right, so it's some kind of pseudo chops mirror. I mean, I drew the cards on the last possible turn. I only had one more turn. But I guess we'll bring in an island. Because I assume my opponent will be trying to Void Mirror me. And I think we'll bring in Wormcoil. And then I'll just take out Chalice, Trinisphere, Thorn. Sphere. 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 Sphere? Looks reasonable. Sure, let's try that. All right, where you at, Rumen? What's going on? This hasn't come up yet. I mean, Void Mirror is quite good against HogaakVine. I think that's the most reasonable application of Void Mirror. Obviously they have 8 counter spells for it, but I think Void Mirror against HogaakVine, like whenever you find if it's a very heavy HogaakVine meta, which is like very seldom, obviously. But that was like a pretty reasonable use case in my mind for Void Mirror. I don't think I've seen any other like incredibly good use cases for it. Like theoretically, yes, you can build a workshop deck that doesn't get hurt by it, and then maybe do something in the workshop mirror. That is definitely something that could happen. Like in this game, if my opponent goes turn 1 Void Mirror, I will have a hard time, right? So that's, you know, there's something to be said there. I think I'm gonna put this hand back. It doesn't really do a whole lot. Interesting. This hand also doesn't do a whole lot, but it does have Ghost Quarter, Wasteland, Crucible Loop. So I'll try it. There's not a huge amount of squee running around. There's some amount of meta share though. Like if my opponent goes Black Lotus Void Mirror, that's pretty bad for us. We can Ghost Quarter our own land to get an island though, so we do have some amount of counterplay. That's not a great counterplay, all things considered, but all right. This hand is definitely better at beating Void Mirror than our last hand, for whatever that's worth. So my opponent is trying to use Void Mirror. I don't even know if they're... if they have Trinisphere, they're very likely a workshop deck, but... I am going to... How am I going to do this? If I lead on Workshop, then I can play Crucible. If I don't get Wastelanded. Okay, I think that makes sense. So what I'll do is I will play Workshop and pass, and then on my next turn, I will float mana, Ghost Quarter my Workshop, and then play a Crucible, which seems very good here, as long as I don't get Wastelanded. Bringing the island in the sideboard might just save us, which is really interesting. I've never hated having a basic land in workshops. I think as a sideboard option against like random things that are happening, it's never super bad. You know, not the strongest card, but it definitely helps you in certain situations, and this might be one of those situations. Apnu Rivulet. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if I didn't have an island in my deck, Slasher, things could be bad. Maybe not. Maybe Sago just beats them, but... so I will do this, and I will ghost quarter my workshop, and I will get an island, and I'll use my island to play my Crucible of Worlds, which just feels like a play. It feels like a play was made. Watch them like strip mine. I guess I have a Crucible, so I don't even care about getting strip mined. Another Revoker. I mean, we get to play our magic cards now, so I definitely like that part of it. I think what I'm gonna do is go Saga Spyglass. And because once I have a construct on the board, I should be in a good spot. Because I can use my Wasteland to pay and make a construct next turn, so. It also is going to help me get a lot of cards away for, I see. Yeah, I cut all the spheres from my deck, though. Maybe I shouldn't have cut off the spheres from my deck. But that happened last game with the Trinisphere. All right. I'm gonna just name. Man, I don't really want to name Wasteland, but I think it's fine because as long as I don't get Wastelanded this, I guess I don't really care about getting Wastelanded because I can just replay. So. Yeah, maybe I can just name Wasteland. Maybe that's fine. Oh no, what's name? Yeah, yeah. I don't know. So if I get tapped down by a Tangle Wire this turn, then next turn I can still make a construct with the trigger on the stack, though it will tap my construct, but I have enough life that shouldn't matter. Yeah, I just want to keep playing spells out of my hand in case it gets to the point where I have to bridge. All right. So now, I mean, we're just going to make constructs and that should just be it, right? Can't imagine. I guess they could have Hercule's Recall in their deck, theoretically. Okay, so they are a workshop deck. But that isn't... That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Yeah, that's... Yeah. 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 It's both sides. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. Uh-oh. Man, we're gonna get completely blown out by a Vigor. All right, I'm gonna play Sapphire Caracas so that I don't get blown out by a Vigor hitting my Saga and my Sapphire. So if my opponent does have a hollow one, oh, they have a Wasteland and a Black Lotus. Interesting. Where does that leave me in life? I don't know what that means, but I guess I have map for Tabernacle or something. I don't really want to use the strip mine on the Wasteland. I guess they can have they could have a Vigor off of this. Hmm. Kind of a weird turn 1 from them that I don't really have a lot of reps with. Maybe they're just going to try to play around Tabernacle with this much mana. I have vines covered. I mean, they're probably going to wasteland this Saga, right? I can't imagine they want me to have constructs. I guess if they have a Vigor, it doesn't matter. But if they had a Vigor, they would just kill the Saga. I guess if they have a Vigor in my upkeep, killing Saga Sphere or Saga Soul Guide is pretty powerful. Could be a weird game. Just because of this. All right, double Vengevine. Wow. This Soul Guide Lantern in the main is about to be great for us. Okay, so you have a hollow one as well. Wow. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. This all is fine. So now we have Expedition Map for Tabernacle, and we have Strip Mine for Bazaar. I guess I can just have a fetch land. And then we have to, oh, they have another Bazaar. That doesn't feel like the right play, though. Maybe they don't have any other choice. Feels weird to play a Bazaar into this board, unless you don't know what Expedition Map represents. Guess that could be true. We can also just draw a workshop. Well, I guess we can't just draw a workshop. So they did have another Vengevine. You can't play this Root Walla because we still have a Sphere. Oh, it's the Hexvine one. Oh, wow. That means there's Gaia's Cradles. Gaia's Cradles are going to be quite bad for me. I'm just going to get the Tabernacle and wipe the board. I think that's going to give me the most time. I theoretically could have gone for like a workshop or something, but I don't really like that very much. Okay, so they have a Yava... Man. Interesting. This build of Hogaak is very, very interesting. It's like the one I had a recent video on. They actually just gave me a mana, though. I'm gonna just play this Trinisphere, then. That'll make it pretty tough for them to get this Vine back. Yeah. I just think I needed to buy the time. And if they were going to expose themselves to Tabernacle, like, I don't think I was going to get... The problem is, I don't think I was going to get another chance to Tabernacle log. Like, these new builds with Yavimaya and Cradle are really good against Tabernacle. So... All right, we're playing Top Deck Gamer now. Wasteland. I think I'm not going to Wasteland them. Well, never mind. I'm going to Wasteland... if I Wasteland the Yavimaya, they're just never casting spells. I guess they can have another Yavimaya now. Oh, I guess I should have played the Karn Sylex anyways. I should have played the Karn Sylex first and then Wasteland the Yavimaya, and then they have 0 mana. I lose a mana as well, but I think that's acceptable. Okay, so how will we fare against this new and improved Hogaak deck? Definitely don't want Cage. Cage is only stopping Vine. I actually don't even know how much of this graveyard stuff I want. I definitely want Ensnaring Bridge, though. Crucible also seems reasonable. I think Sylex is fine? I don't know. Maybe not very good. Doesn't feel like this matchup. I don't think I want all of the graveyard hate, to be honest. Obviously, I want all the even though Tabernacle is definitely not as good against them, I still think I want all of them. I wonder if I'm not supposed to index into spheres. Sphere was fine there. Huh. I don't know. Oh, we don't have to play Vault Key. That's a pretty easy cut. Depends on how many Hogaaks they play. If they play 2 Hogaaks or any Hogaaks, I want a Caracas. Thorn is a reasonable one. I guess these lanterns cycle, so it's probably fine. Maybe we just don't need a God Pharaoh statue. I just don't know how good this card is going to be against them. Yeah, maybe. The thing is, Tab is not the end-all be-all anymore. I don't know. I guess they're going to play 4 Collector Roofs, so things like Karn and Map are pretty bad against Collector Roof, right? But I do want Karns to maybe kill Hex Drinkers. It's possible. Hex Drinker like outsizing a Worm Coil in a long game or something. Yeah. I think I want to just try to trim on things that are going to get hit by Collector Roof is the main one. Yeah, this hand's strong. This hand doesn't have a Wasteland, but it has like play all my things, sphere you, and then Sorcerer's Spyglass the Bazaar. I guess theoretically, if they just play land and Vigor, it doesn't actually help me. But okay, so no Bazaar. Another Lotus hand. Are they just going to play Collector Roof? Collector Roof is quite good against my hand. I would not like that. Wait, what? Did my opponent just... What? No. Come... What? No, you didn't just... No. You didn't... No. Black Lotus, a Serum Powder into a Collector Oof? No. That really just happened? Ay. So what am I supposed to do here? I'm kind of leaning towards Workshop Crucible. Well, I don't know about that one. I've never in my life ever seen this sequence of plays. I've never ever seen Forest, Black Lotus, Serum Powder off of Black Lotus play Collector Roof. That is not something I've ever seen. Ah, man. That's wild. I can't really stop myself from getting blown out by a Vigor here, but... it is what it is. I said I cut like a bunch of things that were bad against Collector Roof and then kept the Mox in hand. I'm always going to keep the Mox in hand. If they have the turn 1 oof, they have the turn 1 oof, right? It's fairly unlikely for Hogaak to have a turn 1 oof. You kind of just have to have Lotus or Emerald, right? Yeah. Hmm. What? My opponent had a fire drill? Okay. So be it. All right, here we go. My opponent is back. What do we got? Okay, Wasteland. I'm glad we played our Crucible. Holy moly. If we hadn't played our Crucible, we would be dead. Sometimes Justin's smart. I think I'm just gonna Spyglass. Oh my. Huh. Oh, we get to name Beseju now. I don't think I would have named that, so that's what this thing is called, yeah? Okay. Yeah, opponent had to kill my Crucible with Beseju first, though we did have an island to go get, right? Say yes, Justin. Say yes, Justin. No, we didn't have an island to go get. All right. Notably, I am going to go put the island in if we play game 3. Oh, Andy, you missed the Tangle Wires then. There were Tangle Wires in round 2. I guess. I want to make sure this Saga makes mana, or makes constructs. So I guess I can't make it make constructs. Doesn't seem unreasonable to just play a bog here, though. Let me just play everything then. Okay. Oh, I did forget I can't activate my Soul Guide Lantern, though. So maybe not the strongest play that I just made right there. Probably should hold the Lantern for the ETB. All right, so I have a Saga, which is going to get Wastelanded, but then next turn it can do something. Not next turn, because I have to replay it. Oh, whoa, opponent, what are you doing? You didn't want to stop my Saga? Guess they're really interested in Hogaaking. Interesting. Are they gonna be able to bring back a Vine? Wow. Okay. I mean, if you hit, you hit. That's bad, but I do have a really large construct. Yeah, I also don't think my opponent would have kept their hand if they didn't have turn 1 oof in it, so don't really think it makes a lot of sense to speculate there. Maybe I'm just gonna die before these constructs are good enough. That's crazy. Yeah, constructs are just not good enough ever. Because I'm gonna be able to block, but I'm just gonna die around them. That's so sad. I'm gonna have to draw Golos or a bridge or something. Man, I hate Urza Saga. It makes you think you can win the game, but it just never does. That bizarre activation hitting the hollow one and Avengevine was super rough for me. I guess maybe they could play a Hogaak, but that'd be really good for me if they do that. What's happening? Didn't my opponent have a Wasteland? Am I crazy? Did I have the wrong thing the whole time? What happened to this Wasteland? I must have made a mistake somewhere along the way. I should have played my... I don't understand. I'm so confused. Oh, they wasted my workshop. You're right. I forgot. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this is just not enough blockers. That's not the one. I don't think I can do anything now, right? Because I need... Like, if they didn't have Collector Roof, I could maybe do... I cut Expedition Map. I could, like, crack some lanterns or something, but... Okay. Not enough. I don't have anywhere close to enough mana for that. Okay, I'm gonna bring this island in. And... I kind of don't even want to do lanterns things. Map would not have won the game. I don't think. Don't know what map would have exactly done. No, I don't think cages are good either. Tabby wasn't enough to stop my opponent there. They had like 5 mana, guys. They have a million creature spells. I don't know what Thorn is doing for me. We are going to be back on the play. I don't think I want Thorn. I'm not really sold that I want to try to fight the graveyard. Doesn't really feel like that's what I want to be doing. I can't keep this hand. It's just going to die to Vigor, right? Like, theoretically, if they don't have a Vigor, this hand might be playable, but it doesn't have, like, the mana to... I think this hand's just bad. If I keep this hand, there's just too many things it loses to. Like, Vigor, oof. They Vigor my Soul Ring. I have a Wasteland. I still have a Sphere in play, so maybe not. A Bajuka Bog. Maybe it's actually fine. Feels like kind of silly, but maybe it works. I play a Wasteland, I play a Soul Ring, I play a Sphere. Or they just wait till my upkeep and Vigor me. You think Chalice of the Void on 1 is playable on the play? Okay, that's fair. I didn't really think about that, especially if we're boarding out a bunch of 1-drop hate pieces. Maybe that's reasonable. This looks better. Mindbreak Trap. Why are there Mindbreak Traps? I think I'm just gonna go Workshop Sphere. That minimizes... Maybe they wouldn't Vigor my Soul Ring. Yavimaya. Once upon a time, sure. That's a good sign for us. Okay, Collector Roof is happening. I think I'm willing to take the damage. Oh, I don't have to take the damage. I can do that. That's cool. Maybe I'm not supposed to play the bridge because then I can't attack with my Worm Coil. Didn't really consider that. I don't I think it's fine. They can't play this Collector Roof, so I should be able to play Wormcoil next turn too. And I can hit their Bazaar with a Ghost Quarter. Maybe I'm not supposed to play this. If I had like a Golos follow-up, then maybe I could play it. My opponent does have a million cards in hand. That's true. Theoretically, we play a pretty good long game, but we do kind of need to draw like Golos into Caracas and then something like that. I mean, Lotus into Powder into Oof did win. Oh, I mean, I don't know if it was a correct thing to do. It's probably fine, though. That was the plan. All right, so where are we going here? We're going to always be able to play... I guess we're always going to be able to play... Okay, so what are they going to do? Wow, if they had hit a hollow one, they would have been able to play it all, but it doesn't really matter. I have an ensnaring bridge. Ooh, should I bog them? Probably not. Probably need to get them off Bazaar first. Wow, basic forest. What a life. And they have vigor. So what are they going to vigor? They're going to vigor bridge Wormcoil? Or not? Maybe they're trying to play Once Upon a Time. Wasteland, okay. Hardcast, oof, yeah. Yeah, I don't really think I want to build up to 6 cards. I think I just want to play whatever I have and play until I find a Golos, right? This might be a long game. Gaia's Cradle. I like that art. Woo, lizard. So my opponent needs to find vigors at the very least. Yeah, I think it makes sense for them to hit workshop there, especially because I'm underneath a sphere plus collector oof. It might be hard for me to actually play my spells depending on what I draw. Am I really supposed to play this sphere? I think I am. How do we win? I don't know. Eventually we do something. I have no idea. We can't vault key with a collector roof in play. Also, I boarded out vault key. And I boarded out... I don't know what I boarded out. Did I board out Karn? Did board out Karn as well. Oh, I don't even have a statue. I might have boarded out like all the ways we win. That could also be true. I think we just like eventually we'll keep cards in hand and attack or something. Could mill our opponent out, true. Can we meaningfully interact with Collector Roof? Nah, man. That card's in play. That card's staying there. I like this Yavimaya making it so I don't have to pay all the life to cast spells. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a Force of Vigor. All right, this one I'm going to name Beseiju. So they can unlock the bridge, but they probably don't want to unlock the bridge while we have a Wormcoil engine in play. All right, I found another Bazaar of Baghdad. They're going to activate. Where's the cards that they have? Okay. Yeah, you can play both Root Wallace. True. I mean, eventually we'll have a Crucible. We have 4 Crucibles in our deck, and they'll run out of mana, right? Like, this deck's win con is my opponent getting bored. Can't activate this one, but they also can't pay life to cast spells or activate ability. Oh god, did I just turn off my Ancient Tombs? No, this is not paying life. This is dealing damage. All right, safe. How do we not lose a boredom? We just have to be a powerful, strong-minded Magic the Gathering player. Why is this good? It's currently turned off. They drew 3 Bazaars? All right. Oh no, a Hex Drinker. Wait, so we're going to lose this game. My opponent's going to kill the Ensnaring Bridge and then kill us with a Hex Drinker. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're too late on the Crucible life. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen, right? We're going to get hit with a 6/6 protection from everything. Oh, no. I think we're going to lose. We really just lose this game? I guess we lose. Wow. Wait, why didn't they pump it? All right, well, we live another turn. Attacking back is not good for us either. What? Don't send. I'm super dead, right? Well, I can draw another Wormcoil. If I draw one of my remaining 2 Wormcoils, then maybe we'll be okay. I can't believe we're losing this game. What? I kind of didn't draw the cards we needed to draw, right? I needed to draw Wastelands and Crucibles, or like Golos. It was all real bad. Yeah, that's just not gonna do it. I take an extra 1 million if I attack, so. Well, I thought for sure we were winning, but apparently we are not winning. To be fair, if my opponent had had just like 2 Vigors, that also would be winning, so. Yeah. My opponent just has so much mana from Gaia's Cradle. It's crazy. If we had a way to kill Collector, if we could Sylex this, but we don't. All right, I finally drew the Golos, but I think it's too late at this point. I don't think this has any... It doesn't do it. Oh, maybe I Tabernacle them, but then I just pay for it with Cradle. I don't think this does anything at this point. If we had another bridge, we could Inventor's Fair. I mean, even if we play Tabby this turn and Wasteland them off the top next turn, still not good for us, right? There isn't another bridge. There's never another bridge. That was the bridge. Yeah, but I can't get a Worm Coil and play a Worm Coil. Yeah, it's not going to be good enough, but... No, I don't think... I think we just got wrecked. Man. They just pay for everything, pump, block, for I die? So I can't even attack still. I guess theoretically they might not pay for Collector Roof. I don't know. Yeah, I think we really needed to hit a Golos or a Crucible in the first like 10 draws of this game. But because we didn't hit any of our grinding cards, opponent just got to use the Bazaar they top decked and find what they needed, right? Like when we looked at their hand was just it just didn't have anything that mattered, right? Except it had it had the Vigor already, but they didn't have any way to like capitalize off the Vigor. We're not going to get 6 life on the block. Opponent's just going to attack with the Hex Drinker, right? Yeah, I'm not sure with the cards I drew if I would be able to win this game anyhow. Just don't know what I could have done differently, really. I think we just didn't have the right ones. No. We've been under Collector Oof lock for the entire game, pretty much. I guess I could have Besaged or this thing, right? Not Besaged this thing. If I had a Spyglass, I could Spyglass Hex Drinker, but I had to Spyglass Besage first. So if I draw on a Spyglass, that might have helped. Yeah, odd. Really weird. Like I said, I think with 4 Crucibles and 4 Golos and everything that we had in our deck, I think it's totally fine to lock ourselves on board there. Maybe I'm just not supposed to play the Ensnaring Bridge and just get in with some Worm Coil attacks first, and then only Ensnaring Bridge when it matters. That could be a reasonable case to be made that I misplayed that section. It just felt like if I locked the board down, I would be able to win, but just by playing a long game because I had a better way to, do long game cards. I guess to be fair, they did top deck a Bazaar, right, to let them draw into the things they needed. So I don't know if I was supposed to. I don't know. I think like it was fine. Okay, try again. It's kind of an odd one, but it's also probably fine. All right. Got 2 forces out of their hand. So don't know what kind of deck they're playing. Bug, maybe. I mean, you could beat the Worm Coil with the Force of Vigor you had in your hand. So I don't really feel like the Worm Coil was the end-all be-all. Maybe it would have bought me more turns, but... just gonna cycle this. Think it's fine. I should have enough mana for this turn. Interesting. That could be good against my opponent's deck. Okay, so I can make them fetch and then wasteland them. That's kind of fun. I mean, you don't need Bazaar. Wait, so can I just hit this? I guess I can just wait. I can't force this Golos either. They can Vigor, I guess, in response, maybe. I'm just gonna get a Saga. I don't really like the grinding options. I guess theoretically an Inventor's Fair might be good just to get a Crucible. I just feel like Saga is the way to go here. I just want the game to end. I think it's fine. You don't have to beat just the Worm Coil. All you have to do is beat the tokens, and doesn't seem that like that's that hard to do. You had plenty of mana. Like one root wall up blocks a token. Alright, that can't be good for me. Don't really want to activate this because it's going to kill all my Moxen. I mean, Tutoring Wasteland's still going to take them another turn, right? So we're actually really close to activating our Golos. If we had searched, I mean, we can get a Ruby off of this Saga. God, I've never done that before in Vintage. I don't think I've ever activated a Golos in just a normal workshop deck. It's possible that we get to activate Golos in this game. That would be pretty cool. All right. I spoke too soon. That cannot be correct either. This doesn't make any sense. You have to beat the saga. I just have it, right? Okay. Man, I wanted to activate Golos. Now I'm disappointed. What do we want versus Bug? Well, I mean, when my opponent can't cast any spells and they get beaten down by a 6/6 Mycosynth, not much you can do. Wormcoil is strong? Really? Against the Oko deck? I guess if we have enough Sorcerer's Spyglasses for Oko, but... I mean, I'm down to try, I guess. Is Thorn still good against them? Let me try something like this. I don't know. What do we got here? Not the most powerful hand here. Kind of dislike this hand. I guess it names Deathray Shaman pretty well. Oh. Well then. What do you got for us? Collector Roof, yeah. And Deathray Shaman. And no land. Interesting. Guess that means my Golos gets forced. Unless something changes. Don't even think I'm going to be able to get a Golos down in this game. I think I'm just going to die. My opponent's going to have green force, blue force, and just 3 power. And unless I draw a workshop, not really sure I'm getting there. I don't know. What else am I going to do? Don't think casting Sphere is good. Oh, God. So they have blue and green forces. Yeah, I can't imagine we're going to pull through this. I guess theoretically, if we draw a workshop this turn, can I play Sphere and Golos? Not really. It's kind of funny how all of this just doesn't do anything. Make them force this. Okay, we baited the force. We don't actually have a follow-up land. We might lose a game to bug here. A game where they kept no lands, which is really awkward. We also haven't drawn lands, though. Like, we can still win this game by playing Golos and getting a Tabernacle. Like, I still can do that right now. Like, just mana. Thank you. Unless they drew blue card force. I kept a Tabernacle in, so... Losing to bug is against my philosophy. They haven't drawn a land in 7 turns. They kept a no-lander and drew 0 lands. That's wild. Well, if I resolve a God Pharaoh statue, I can't imagine my opponent will continue to play Magic with me. Though, yeah, I have exactly enough, so... I mean, that's also going to kill them. Oh yeah, it took us to the last turn to find a suitable mana source there, but we got there. All right, well, now you're locked out of casting spells, so... Oh, they didn't even want a Vigor in response. That's bold of them. I can just play the Sphere. Ice doesn't even matter. What am I talking about? I don't care. Now they are never getting out. Yeah. Well, I didn't really think we were getting there, but I guess we got there. All right, here we go. 5th round with our Prison Shops deck. Should be up against a combo pilot. This is fine. I mean, people have been winning with shops. There was a new Prison Shops list. I mean, it's like when it's very common on Magic Online for someone to see someone top 8 with a list and then just copy it, right? That's just what people do. And recently, a couple Prison Shops decks top 8'd and they've been copied. Wow. Bizarre. They're expanding their range here. Dredge. All right, so Thorn's still okay. Okay, fair. They can't therapy us, though. They can grief us, though. Thorn, you're so bad. Good God. They get a zombie from this, too. All right, we need to draw a workshop so we can play Golos Tabernacle them. I mean, I think they restricted it because it was the worst one of the two. Well, no matter what, I have to Wasteland this turn. But this draw is very good for us. Unfortunately, my Thorn does make me pay for my Black Lotus. So we have to wait till next turn to tabby them, but we just got rid of their Bazaar. They only have one Dredger currently. And I did add a Bajuka Bog to the main, so... Alright, they hit another Stinkweed Imp. I guess theoretically, we could just get a Bajuka Bog off of this Golos, right? Like, we don't have to get a Tabernacle. Our Golos blocks. Interesting. Yeah, I'll defer to you then, Andy. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to hold my life points. Don't think I'm gonna play Spike. Well, let's see. If I take 6... No, I don't think I'm gonna take the life total point. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold the Spyglass. There, maybe I'm supposed to play the Spyglass, seeing as I'm gonna make... How many constructs am I gonna make here? Alright, so they're gonna start pitching on the end step. I don't have super good counterplay. Wait, I have a Soul Guide. No, I have a Soul Guide. Never mind. I don't want to get a Soul Guide though. I want to get mana that doesn't hurt me. I don't think I need to make another construct here. So if I get a Soul Guide here and cast a Crucible, that should just be good enough, right? And then I can replay Saga. Well, I don't need a tab anymore. I just need to not die to Creeping Chill. I think as long as I just don't die to Creeping Chill, right? That should just be it. I can let them dredge, right? I don't have to hit it now. So now I can attack. Yeah, but they can always miss, right? Like, I don't want to have to use this lantern unless I have to, right? This isn't guaranteed to hit a... Well, even if it hits one Creeping Chill, I don't even care, right? Living on the edge. I think this is just fine. I can just hit it now, right? I don't actually have to wait anymore. Because they're 100% to die on the next attack. Yeah. I don't have to wait anymore. Okay. Not 100% sure that I played that the best possible way. But it works. All right. So we have a million tabernacles. We have a lantern, a crypt, a soul guide, a bridge. We don't need vault key. We don't need I mean, this deck is really, really, really good against Dredge. So this is the one. I've seen people bring in Worm Coil. I don't know if it's actually good though. What's bad? Nothing really seems bad. I guess like we probably don't need as many crucibles. Maybe we can have a Worm Coil. Fun. Yeah. I don't know what else like more Worm Coils are better than, but maybe Ensnaring Bridge is actually like not what you want to be doing. It's kind of an interesting thought. Does help against like Icarids though. I guess Worm Coil also would help against Icarids. Not sure. I don't know how many games end up in a point where you like need a bridge. Oh my god, we have cages. Oh my god, we have cages. I didn't even know we had more. Oh my god. Okay, yes, true. I can't believe we have more cards. How do we have more cards? Our entire deck is graveyard hate. Yeah, Forge sounds reasonable. This like we have 20 pieces of graveyard hate. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. Like I said, we have 20 pieces of graveyard hate. This hand is probably not enough. Somehow this hand kind of sucks, but I think I'm gonna keep it. Well, Bridge is only good in the sideboard if I kept Karn in, which I don't think I did. So I just get wrecked by a vigor no matter what, right? And then I would run into trap. I guess it's fine. Maybe I can get a force. No. Getting vigored here is quite bad for me. Hmm. think I could really have played that differently. Wait, they just didn't activate. What's going on? All right, they hit another dredger and a hollow one. So, oh, okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. I guess that would be fair. They hit 2 more dredgers. Certainly would be better right now. All right, they hit a stinkweed imp, so they're still going. I can't even play a soul guide if I draw it. Oh. Can't say I haven't drawn well in this one. I think I drew above average and kept like a very sketchy hand. All right, stinkweed hits 2 bridges. Bridges no good against Tabernacle. So they only have 1 dredger left now for 3. And then, do I want to tap my mana vault? I guess I can untap my mana vault, so yeah, it's not a big deal. Okay. I guess I can't untap my mana vault because I have to pay for my lodestone, but eventually maybe. Hope I don't die. Oh, wait, what? The one turn they didn't dredge, they drew a bazaar? That's bad. That's really bad. Uh-oh. Should I just let this lodestone go to get rid of these bridges? Well, I guess, again, bridges don't matter because I have a tab. So I guess no. I can't believe the one turn they didn't dredge, they hit a bazaar. So good. Okay. I think I'm losing right now, as it currently stands. I think attacking is bad. I think I'd rather save 3 life and block. Yeah. Uh-huh. How many? They only have 1 black creature left in their graveyard, though. I think I'm gonna take a damage and try to find a card that matters. I can draw one of 4 Goloses that get me Bajuka Bog, right? Slight missequence or misordering, but it doesn't really matter because there's a Tabernacle anyways. That is not a Golos. All right, so my opponent gets... Oh, they have 2 black creatures. Huh. Are they gonna eat the shell, and then are they gonna dredge the thug, though? Or are they going to keep the thug for 3 damage? They dredged it, and they hit 2 more black creatures. That's bad. Things are bad. I can draw a cage. Saga. Oh no, this prized amalgam is gonna beat the saga, though. If they hadn't hit prized amalgam, man. They get to eat the grief, bring back a prized amalgam. Are they gonna dredge the shell, though? They dredge the shell and they hit grief thug. Okay, fair enough. Oh, true. You're right. True. I have a tabernacle. You're right. Okay, so we continue. I get to block. Oh, I hit the Golos. The game is over. Good lord. So the list that I copied did not have a Bajuka Bog. However, I always play a Bajuka Bog in my Prison Shops decks, so I don't leave home without my trusty Bajuka Bog. Yo, what up? So if I were to activate this Saga, would I be able to... I don't have to untap my vault, so I'm gonna do that. And then I can pay. Pay. And then I just need to make sure I untap my vault next turn. And there's no way I can die. So I think I just grab... I guess I can't grab a lot of mana in any way. I think I just have to get a Mox. This doesn't matter. Well, I guess it does extra damage. I will have to lose all of my creatures except for one, though, don't I? Didn't I screw this up? I think I screwed that up. Because I have to pay, and I only have 1 mana, so I can only save 1 creature from my Tabernacle. So it means I lose 2 creatures. This is a 7/7, and it still kills them in 2 turns, but I could lose this game. This is actually losable. So because of the way I use this Mana Vault, I shouldn't have used this Mana Vault, right? So I have to lose 2 things, and I hit them for set. So if on this turn they had drawn Bazaar and activated Bazaar and put Dredgers in their yard, and on the next turn they just hit a Creeping Chill, I would have lost. I think I played this game badly. I did something wrong here. It must have just been this Mana Vault, right? If I had instead not used the Mana Vault, not made a construct, on my next turn I can make a construct and pay 1, and then my my Saga can get me a Soul Guide Lantern, and I have to beat them with 1 Saga. I don't even know. That might give them more turns, though. That might not actually be better. Something went wrong here. I'm not 100% sure what it was, but I don't like... something I did... Something was wrong. So I went 3-2. I liked putting the Bajuka Bog back in the deck. That was clearly good. This deck has like 20 pieces of graveyard hate, and I just don't really know I feel like it's too much. No, because you... Oh. I can untap my vault first, but then I tap my vault and I die on when I draw. So no. I don't know if this Karn Sylex thing is good. It didn't seem to do very much in our matches today, but I could see it being good. And then what else was there in this deck? Crucible was good. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really feel like I learned a lot. I was hoping I would learn a lot, but I didn't learn a lot. The only thing I really liked was the fact that I put the Bog in the deck. I don't know. This is really not my style of deck, so chat, you're lucky you can thank Mark H for donating to see this deck list. And thank you, Mark H, for the continued support. This is Mark's 3rd donation deck list, which I greatly appreciate. If you want to see your deck list played on my stream, you can. check out the Patreon link in the description of the YouTube video, or !Patreon in the YouTube or the Twitch chat. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.